friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours, peace to the family, peace to you and yours. All right. Welcome to Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, reporting live and direct. You dig? On this Super Moon Thursday. All right. We in a building, family. Peace to everybody. Love and light. You know, I'm talking about that song that you just heard. That is the Facts remix. Okay, the Facts remix available on our website. I will put the thing because I'll be reading the comments and they be like, yo, how can I get that song, King? I'm trying to vibe out. Go ahead and go to blackcloudentertainment.bandzoogle. That is our record label, Black Cloud Entertainment. And you go to new music and you will see the song for 99 cents. And you could have that, download that, you know what I'm saying, and ride out to that, you know what I'm talking about, and enjoy that song because that is a very, very enjoyable song. You dig? So yeah. Let us go ahead and do the roll call, see who is in the building before we begin our broadcast tonight. You dig? Before we begin our broadcast tonight, we have South Carolina in the building. Shout out to South Kakalaka. You know I'm talking about, the Gullah Geechee family. Salute, you know what I mean? Southwest Philly. Man. Southwest Philly. Philly, man. I go down these rabbit holes, man. I was 4 hours, 4 fucking hours. I was in the rabbit hole about Philly drill. Man, we got to talk Philly. God damn it. We got to talk. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad. Shit. Man, y'all niggas, boy. Whew. Y'all on one. Shout out to Minneapolis. Shout out to Bay Area. All right. Shout out to Bay Area. Shout out to Connecticut, Virginia, Phoenix, Memphis, Durham, DC in the building. Phoenix in the building. You dig? Shout out to Phoenix in the building. Fontana, New Orleans. We got Texas in the building. Greenville in the building. Chicago in the building. All right. Where am I from? I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Kentucky in the building. Harlem in the building. Skrilicon Valley in the building. Buffalo in the building. Norfolk in the building. Bay Area up in this thing. Indianapolis up in this thing. I'll be under the impression that everybody know I'm from New York. I need to, I guess I have to, you dig? I got to announce that more. Akron, Ohio, Sunset Boulevard. Where's Sunset Boulevard at? Is that where we in? Cali? H-Town. Ireland in the building. We got Seminole, Florida, the Atlanta Flowers, Kentucky, Coachella. All right. We got Barbados up in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Dominican Republic. Okay. All right. DR. New Boston, Massachusetts, I'm assuming. Pittsburgh. Happy Hoodoo Heritage from New Orleans. All right now. Shout out to New Orleans. Woo, y'all got this moon on the Hoodoo Heritage Month. Look outside of your window. The moon is popping. Supermoon on Hoodoo Heritage Month. This is the day, y'all. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day. And then we got tomorrow. And then we got Saturday. These are the days that we're going to put in some major work. And, you know, I'll go visit a page and we'll go read about it. And we'll go, we'll find this thing out together about this moon and whatnot. This supermoon, the last supermoon of the year in Aries. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a little bit of research on that in a little while. All right. So, you know, don't worry about it. We ain't gonna we're not gonna leave people out there without information. So when this show ends, you can have something proactive that you can do. You'll understand, you know, the significance of the supermoon and things of that nature. Yeah, that part. It was incredible at dusk over the city. It was huge, right? Portland was good. Portland, Gulfport, Mississippi was good, y'all. East Flatbush, okay now. Virgin Islands, okay. What up, Virgin Islands? Akron, Ohio. All right now. All right now. How many people was in the building last night? I had Professor Griff up in his biatch. How many people was in the building with us last night? Let me see if this is the flyer. Yes, last night we had a monumental show. I wish it was longer and whatnot, but we did about an hour with Professor Griff, the weaponization of hip hop, which is the title of a lecture that he has coming up on Saturday in Atlanta in the West End at YG Urban Cafe. And it's going to be featuring Professor Griff and Dr. Wesley Muhammad. And man, the timing is right. The timing is right. You feel me? The timing is right. Is there was an earthquake in Georgia? Stop playing. I ain't hear about that. I ain't feel nothing. That the white rapper, that's Slim Jesus. That's Slim Jesus and whatnot. And whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? If I would have seen a Philly documentary before I made this flyer, I'd have put all of them niggas, YBC Duel and all of them, on the motherfucking flyer, because god damn it, these are some demons. You know what I'm saying? But the timing of this lecture, I mean, I'm ready to hit Griff up and ask the brother, can I open up? You know what I'm saying? I got bars. You feel me? We need to have a conversation about this hip hop shit, bro, because I mean, there's so much going on in the hip hop world. You know, well, what they would call Hip Hop Inc. Let me just say Hip Hop Inc. Like Professor Griff kind of like, you know, he reiterated that hip hop is higher infinite power healing our people. And when we talk crazy about the art, we're not talking about that. We're not throwing that under the bus. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. We're critiquing hip hop incorporation, hip hop incorporated, the shit hop. You know what I mean? the whatever this shit is that they calling that's going on where people are making lyrics rhyme. Why is hip hop incorporated? Hip hop Inc. is when we referring to the business of hip hop. We're referring to the corporate sponsored hip hop or corporate sponsored rap, not hip hop, not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is like 5 pillars. We talk, these niggas are not breakdancing, they not doing graffiti. You know what I'm saying? They're not DJing. It's rap that we referring to right now. Rap. Yeah, Slim Shady, from Slim Shady to Slim Jesus. When was Slim Jesus? When did he come out? What year was that? Because we definitely have to do we might have to go deep diving and go digging in. Yeah, he might represent a new era. He to me is like the beginning of like world star hip hop having a real heavy influence where you could basically funnel an artist through world star and pop off. You didn't need a label. He was one of the first artists, not to say that world star wasn't posting artists before that, but to me he was one of the artists that became exclusively popping through world star. You didn't have, YouTube wasn't real dominant like that with breaking artists and shit like that. It was really through world star, if my memory serves me correct, and whatnot. Philly needs a prayer. You damn right. You damn right. Like I mean, I was on, I was following the whole Philly wave, but it's like, why do people, you got Umar Johnson, you have a lot of teachers coming out of Philly, and them brothers have been kind of silent. Like they didn't, if I came out of Philly, I would be ringing the alarm a lot more than the alarm is being rung, if you understand what I'm saying. They got babies out there dying, bro. I watched 4 hours of a documentary, and these little niggas is worse than Chicago. They not worse than Chicago, but they trying to keep up with Chicago. And you know, it's just it was heartbreaking. It was heart wrenching watching that shit, bro. It was heart wrenching. And I'm like, why do these Philadelphia cats, you know what I'm saying? Why they not talking about that? Why is Dr. Umar not diagnosing his own city? He running around doing all of these lectures and whatnot. Nigga, your city is Chirac. Your city is Chirac, bro. God damn. You need to diagnose these little niggas. I never seen you on the West Philly side. Why you not with the drillers? Your name be ringing bells. Why you not interceding in the fucking war, bro? That shit is perplexing me. You feel me? When we was in New York, I don't care what nobody say. That drill shit would not have happened if we were still in New York on 125th Street, in Brooklyn, just on the fucking grid alone. We would have intervened in some type of way. Not to say that we would have stopped Pop Smoke and the Woos and the Chos and all of that. Nah. But we would have been raising the frequency and trying to do something to stop that fucking war from spiraling into the Bronx, and then it mushroomed into Queens and into Brooklyn, and now it's out of control. You feel me? When we was in the city, it was a level of control taking place, and it just happened. It looks like when people started leaving, that shit unraveled and turned into Gotham City. If you represent a city, you should hold your city down. For real, for real. You should be holding your city down. You know what I'm talking about? You need to be more on the fucking ground holding your city down, bro. They got hoodoo rappers. I know about Skrilla. You feel me? I know about Skrilla. I know about all of the junkie rappers. I know a lot about that shit. Yeah, with the whole PNB. You know, I know a lot of, but Philly is a murder capital. You feel me? They took people that I know, you know what I'm saying, off the streets and whatnot out there. So you know, man, shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. And these is babies drilling, and you know, It's just crazy. So he came out in 2014, right after Chief Keef. Okay. I'm glad that he got smacked down and nobody let him really pop off and whatnot. Cause god damn it. Slim Jesus, my nigga. They had a white boy waving blickies on film and people was letting that fly. You know, I'm not no teenager. I'm what they call an old head. I'm an OG. I'm looking back at you know what I'm saying? It'd be certain shit that fly past my radar because I'm a little too focused on other things. But when I look back and I'm paying attention to what these children is doing, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Where's the OGs at? Where's the unks at? Y'all just letting that shit fly? Y'all are just letting that shit fly? God damn. What happened to the soulful Philly sound? Oh, that shit is gone. The fucking roots and all of that. Yeah, that's done with. That's done with, bro. You know what I'm saying? That is done with. Wait, Slim Jesus is he died? I didn't know that. They busting at the unks too. Yeah. You feel me? I watched the Trap Law documentary, Trap Law Ross, the white boy who be doing all of the drill documentaries. Let me see what the title of it. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm running my mouth and shit. I'll drop the link. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'm drop the link right here. Boom. There you go. You know, there you go the link right there. It's 4 hours, and you know, it's a dark tunnel that you'll go down. But as a parent, as a teacher, as a concerned citizen, as a unk, as a OG, you know, I have to educate myself about what the hell be going on, because imagine if I go to Philly to do a lecture and I don't know about the war going on in Philly. I'm just green and what. Look, I was in fucking Kensington. What year was this? I had went to New York City last year and we made a stop in Philadelphia and I stayed in Kensington overnight. And I was like, yo, this shit is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at all of the fiends and everything. I'm talking about heavy dope fiends. It's the shit is on another level. 3 people got shot the day I was out there. That night that I went to spend the night, 3 people around the corner got blicked. Like, I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know what was going. I didn't know the politics of what was going on. Yeah, I'm, you know, happy go lucky. I'm walking around that shit, just looking around and everything. Late on a late night, going to the fucking regular to the deli and whatnot. I'm like, what the hell? You could, yeah, zombie land, straight zombie land. You know, I was like, damn. So yeah, man. Major American cities are now third world cities. Fam. That's why when I do the roll call with y'all, and I hear where people is at, where y'all tapping in from, it gives me some insight. Cause it's like I'm doing roll call. It's not like niggas is saying I'm in Calabasas. I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Boise, Idaho. No, the majority of the people that when I'm doing a roll call, so you know it's not personal. These people from the hood. You feel me? These people is from the hood. So when I'm having these conversations about hood activities, you know, I'm sure it's not flying over your head. Y'all understand what I'm talking about and the passion in which I'm addressing things, because once again, I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not gonna sit here and cheerlead. I'm a grown ass man who made it through some very scary ass times in my life. You feel me? The 90s in New York and whatnot, and even outside of that. You know what I'm saying? I was in Atlanta in 97 all the way to 2000. Then I came back a few times. This shit is violent out here. I was in Miami. Shit was violent out there. I've been in many different states. It was turned up and whatnot. And you know, it could happen anywhere that you ain't where you're from, is where you at, right? So it could have happened I'm wearing jewelry, diamonds and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I remember being in Miami. What year was this? Was like 2000. Me and Blue got the platinum on. We got the ice on and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Got the boogers in my ear. And my nigga Big Teach, he took us to some fucking hood where Trick Daddy and these niggas was playing basketball and smoking cocaine. And them niggas was looking at us like we was two chicken whoppers, chicken Big Macs, like the Carson that they was looking at us like we was beef patties. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas got the long, you know, the Florida niggas with the golds in their mouth and the wicks and whatnot. And you know, we had our security on our hip and whatnot. But it's like, you know, well, I'm a have to. You gotta lay somebody down just to wear a chain and whatnot. You gotta lay somebody down just to wear jewelry and what? Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah, they was smoking them woolies and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? They was smoking them woolies and they was looking thirsty. You know, so it's like it'd be a lot of shit going on. Do I think that there will be a zombie apocalypse? On many levels? And I'm not being facetious when I say this. We are in a zombie apocalypse. It's just the earliest stages of it. We're in the earliest stages of it. But once they made us put them N95 mask on our face and whatnot, and we went through that initiation, we are in the zombie apocalypse. And I give where's our stimulus? Where's our reward? Could we get some free flights? You know what I'm saying? Can I get a gift card to Costco's? Where is the reward for the people that did not take the shot? Okay, because we different. You know what I'm talking about? We different. Yeah, the Jabberwocky. The Jabberwocky didn't start the zombie apocalypse. The zombie apocalypse was already coming. It was already on its way. What it did is it accelerated it. You feel me? What it did is it accelerated it. You feel me? Because it was already on the horizon. And I could stand on what I said. Once again, not trying to sound like I'm all, you know, I'm not downing nobody, because there's people that's in the chat room who took the shot. So I don't want you to feel like Brother Red is trying to play you or trying to dish you. You feel me? But you know, I'm not on my Kamala shit. I'm speaking the truth. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't dance around these motherfucking answers. We got to go right to it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not reading off of a script. I had a request for the background music, and I was going to throw the background music on for Professor Griff, but Professor Griff gets spooked out by shit like that. He kind of old school. So I just, you know what I mean? I was like, you know what? Let me hold on to it. But it's Third Eye Thursdays. Let's go. So when you look at the way that they are people are carrying out nowadays, I think something has changed. The heinousness in which people are carrying out their crimes, right? It's at a level that nobody didn't even anticipate. Like, people are really doing some real heinous shit, bro. You know? People are doing some real heinous crimes, man. There's children. Remember the Menendez brothers? That case was like shocking, because that was a That was an uncommon type of situation where children would take out their parents. That was something that when we were watching it on the news, we were taken aback of, like, oh my goodness, the horrors. Nobody does that. That's not normal, right? And that's something that they said that white children were known for doing. You know, like how they be in the mall and they be throwing shit at their parents. Shut up. F you. The kids these days is doing that though. We used to be like, remember you used to go to the mall and you seen the motherfucking white parents and they have a leash on the child and whatnot. Remember they used to have the leash on them inside of Costco's and in Walmart. They'd be like, come here, Brandon. Right? I remember that. That was mad years ago and whatnot. I remember that. And that was some Chicago shit. That's when I knew the niggas in Chicago had lost it and whatnot. And now, every other day, you know me, I scour the internet for news stories and things. I'm a reporter. There are stories that are surfacing about assailants. Let's just call them that are doing their parents dirty, bro. People are saying that it may stem from the fact that during the lockdowns, people were in the house with their loved ones and they were not used to being. No, fuck all of that. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's a crock of shit. These niggas done lost it. Okay? These niggas have lost their mother effing minds and humanity is collapsing. Okay? How can you measure it? You have to look at you got to go to the bottom first. You have to examine the bottom. You have to examine man and his primal nature and whatnot. And then you begin to assess, you know, where man is at. People are getting put in suitcases. Okay. I ain't never seen no shit like that before in all of my days. They're putting bodies in suitcases. That suitcase shit is all over the place. Every other fucking week, somebody's in a suitcase. Somebody's getting found in a suitcase, putting people on a curb. Once they desecrated those bodies during the COVID, you know what I'm saying? I had to catch myself. Once they desecrated the dead in 2020 and in 2021, and you remember what was going on back then with the respirators and everything, people were not receiving proper burials. People were not receiving proper burials in the unsuspecting public. They were not used to know. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, the government doesn't respect dead bodies? The government are not putting, wait a minute. That clicked in the minds of these crazy ass niggas. And the respect for bodies, the respect for the dead, the respect for cadavers, it went out the fucking window. Okay, prior to that, there was a small subsection or a subreddit of rappers who were called drill rappers, right? And they were the ones that were with the shits originally. They were the ones who were introducing the disrespect of the dead into what we call popular culture, because it's not hip-hop anymore. Hip-hop is popular culture. Let's be clear. We're not talking about, you know, that backpack niggas chewing on chew sticks and whatnot, smoking BDs and shit. We not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Okay? We're talking about something different. Okay? We're talking about something different. So the drill rappers, right? They were the ones who introduced disrespecting the dead. And they made it popular. And hip hop is pop culture, right? So the hip hop that we be brand Nubians and no nigga, no, pop culture is Little Durk. Pop culture is Chief Keef. Pop culture is the drill music. That's the pop culture that I'm talking about, and it's popular. So people of all walks of life is tapping in to our culture, right? So when I say the drill music is popular culture, shit, it's popular culture. It became popular culture, and they were the ones who were making it in vogue to disrespect the dead. But then the whole world got to see that the government was on fucking drill time. They was on demon time with the drillers, and they disrespected the dead because they were throwing bodies on the sidewalk. They had motherfucking they was putting people, I heard they was wheeling elderly people out on the sidewalk. They were putting people in potter's graves and whatnot. They were not giving people no proper burials. You understand? And that happened. That was government sanctioned. So ever since that situation, because we're talking about on a metaphysical, occult, spiritual realm. What does that mean spiritually? Okay. And this was exclusively in the USA where that shit went down like that. So once that got violated, once the ancestors were violated by the government, shit started going completely to the left. You feel me? So it's just crazy now. It's just crazy now. Feel me? It really is. You know, yeah, they was putting people in them freezer trucks, 18 wheelers and whatnot. Like, what the fuck is that? Afraid to touch the body because they was gonna get What is that? You feel me? Shit crazy. So, you know, it's just an observation. You know? It's just an observation. You know? You said the mask gave a lot of people. Oh yeah, the shiesties. You feel me? The shiesties. It gave the crash outs all of the reason that they needed. You know. It was Pop Smoke. At the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. I was there. I was there. Right? I was paying attention. Peace to the God. I was paying attention when Pop Smoke died, right? Remember, he had a messianic spirit to him. He wasn't a regular rapper. If you look at the drill documentaries, there was 200 plus rappers that died in 2020, by the way. 200 plus. I think it was Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, Aesthetic Nihilism in 2020. It was a whole lecture, and I laid it down. I did a segment where I showed 200 plus rappers died in 2020. But the impact of these rappers dying did not compare to the impact of what Pop Smoke did. Now, Pop Smoke, remember, because Pop Smoke popped off in 2019. So niggas in Philly, the Bronx, Harlem, you know, some of the places where drill is king right now, Detroit and other little places, like all these little towns, they was listening to the music. They was trying to do that dance that he was doing. They was turning up with him, but they wasn't trying to drill like that. They wasn't saying, we gonna be the drillers. We gonna be the killers in our city. They didn't feel like they wanted to be a part of that movement. And it didn't look like they were like taking on the drill mentality. It's when he got murdered. It's when he got bodied in LA. That's when his spirit, whatever happened when he got killed prematurely, it influenced the younger generation. Remember, he was 20 years old. So we're not talking about Negroes over 20. We talking about them little, the youngsters, the 14, 15, and the 16s and the 17s. They decided that they wanted to become drillers and killers. And that's when they ran with that shit. And it started taking off crazy in 2020. PPP loans, niggas staying home with nothing to do. People flashing. I don't, you know what I mean? It was a lot of factors. It was a lot of ingredients into that quote unquote recipe for disaster. What about Juice WRLD? Oh, the messianic ones. These are the messianic ones, right? Definitely Pop Smoke, definitely XXXTentacion, definitely Nip, definitely Juice, definitely Dolph. You got it. See? Pasquiats. You've been on point. These are the messianic ones. Everybody is not like that. And no disrespect to everybody. But everybody didn't have that type of spirit and whatnot. Everybody didn't have that type of, and we're going to do a show coming up in the future about the messianic forces, and maybe even the Black Sun, based on some research that I did, thanks to Black Magic 363. And the Black Sun speaks about the messianic force of Black people, Moors, and whatnot. The Black Sun, it's not a spirit. It's the messianic. It's a force of a collective. You know what I'm saying? So all of these people that I name right here, even though some of us never heard of them, and for those of us that heard of these people, once again, I want to reiterate to you, when you are introduced to an artist when they first come out, that is not who that artist becomes in their quote unquote in the span of their career. The artists mature. And when artists mature and get their life together and start changing up their mind state, their music changes, their appeal changes, and then they become purposeful. Like, remember when Lil Baby did the little song and whatnot during the George Floyd type of shit? And people were like, damn, yo. Damn, yo. I'm not used to hearing Lil Baby rapping about situations and whatnot in the community. Shit, I remember going to Atlanta in 2020 and we met Lil Baby. He had an aura to him. He had a crazy aura to him. You feel me? Like, he had a lot of aura. He had power. So when he started rapping some socio-political shit, niggas was like, yo, that shit is touching a lot of people, and it was lifting people up and whatnot. That's him tapping in to his messianic calling, right? His purpose. Because when these rappers come out talking that bullshit and whatnot, that's not their purpose. That's just what they're introduced to. That's what they come out with. It's not about what you initially come out with. Malcolm Little. Okay? Malcolm Little. It's when you form into Malcolm X. It's through when you turn into your Malcolm X. It's when you grow into your higher self. When you mature, then you begin to attract those who were basically, locked in with you and whatnot. And then you initiate change. That is what all of these artists had the potential to be able to do. And we're not talking about turning your block around. We're talking about affecting millions upon millions of people across the world. Because remember, popular music, global music. They broadcast these artists all around the world when they on that ignorant shit, but they don't broadcast none of these artists when they start changing for the better and whatnot, when they want to level up, when they want to grow up, when they have messages that they want to share and whatnot. You don't see them get that much highlight, and they're not broadcasted and beamed around the world. But yeah, when you got the guns in the video and you got the shorties throwing it back and whatnot, they're gonna show that in Africa, Latin America, Europe, and the UK and shit like that. They're gonna blast that. Okay. So when Pop Smoke got assassinated, Drill kind of like blew up and it mushroomed and whatnot. And it's almost as if it just spread like a virus. It feel like it spread like a virus. And next thing you know, everybody was on that time. You know what I'm saying? First, they went through the George Floyd shit. Because remember, the George Floyd shit was the bridge that they had to cross over. So they was protesting Black Power. Oh, hands up, don't shoot. You know what I mean? They was on their shit, right? And then they realized that didn't work. Yeah, rest in peace to Brownsville Car. And I was familiar with Brownsville Car. And yeah, that's a huge loss and whatnot. Rising power to the God. You feel me? And you said some did come up off the PPP. Shit, where they at? The way they making it look, nobody came up off of that. Uzi Vert flopped badly. XXM was the one for the newcomer. Yeah, so you know, it kind of like, yeah, Little Baby paints his nails. You know, he lost his aura when Michael Rubin put him in a sandwich. You know, Mike Rubin at the all-white party, the all-white party that it was Diddy's all-white party. Then it was the Jay-Z Rockefeller brunch, and he was doing the all-white shit. And then they passed it to Mike Rubin. So Mike Rubin is a benefactor of the all-white parties and whatnot. He's a white Jewish billionaire, and he picked up the mantle where Jay and Puff put it down. And there was a picture that came out where he was holding Little Baby. It was him and another European, and Little Baby was in the middle. And pause. Yeah, it didn't look good for him. You feel me? Because his whole aura, or the perception of him, was that he was, he had this street cred. You know what I mean? He had people scared, like he had niggas intimidated. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't know what time he was on. You feel me? The way that Little Baby was being marketed, you know, niggas, they really thought he was about that life. You feel me? I was convinced. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this nigga's dangerous. I was convinced. But once you get put in a sandwich by Mike Rubin, it's kind of hard to bounce back from that. You dig? It's kind of hard to bounce back from that. So it just started going downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? It just started going downhill from there. He never bounced back. And he just started, start taking L's after that. I know that's some of y'all favorite rapper. But yeah. XXXTentacion was changing, and he showed, he was elevating. He was evolving. Nipsey was evolving. Okay? Nipsey was evolving. He was changing. You feel me? He was blossoming. He was growing into his higher self. Dolph was blossoming. Okay? Nipsey Hussle was changing and blossoming. They were moving to a more centered place and whatnot as parents, as business owners. You know what I mean? There's a character that you have to play as a rapper. And I always bring this up. Hip hop is character driven. Right? Red Pill and Red Pillar, those are alter egos. Okay? Philip Moreland is not the same person as Red Pillar. That's an alter ego, but it's okay. It's all right, because you need an alter ego sometime as an outlet, especially if you have multiple personalities. Okay. And to be honest with you, in this internet, or the matrix, like we like to call it, what I look like putting my real self on the goddamn internet. What do I look like putting my real self on putting my vulnerable, real everything about me, giving people, here's my everything. No, I can't do that. The fuck? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, can't buy it 2024. All right. Shout out to the God. And it's nothing wrong with that. They have us in this catch 22 where we don't realize, you know, we don't understand a lot of the shit that we're dealing with. Yeah, hold on real quick. Mike Rubin is the gangster rapper killer. He absorbed your superpowers are being neutralized. He's the same one that got Meek Mill to do the bunny hop, killed his career. Okay, before the allegations of P. Diddy and him and Meek Mill, it was Mike Rubin that killed the aura of Meek Mill, the gangster rap aura. The thug, the whatever y'all want to call that, he killed it. Had that nigga bunny hopping like a goofy. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? Cooked them. And did the same thing with Little Baby. Cooked them. Right? And both of them niggas is in limbo. They don't know who they are anymore. They don't know what they stand for anymore. They don't know what character to present to the world and whatnot. You feel me? They don't know what character to present to the world. Their team didn't even say, yo, we're gonna pivot into this character. You could still be Meek Mill, but nigga, you did a bunny hop, my nigga. You might as well just do a song with the Roots. Get into your get into your legislation rap, nigga. Get into your motherfucking we need lyric reform. We need lyric reform. You feel me? You got the billionaires riding with you, you doing bunny hops and whatnot. Do R&B, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know how to pivot. Little Baby the same way. They caught you in a mayonnaise sandwich. You was in all white in a mayonnaise sandwich. And then the next song you came out with, you rapping like you tough. It's over, Hover. You know what I'm saying? You too should have started doing nursery rhymes. You feel me? You know what I mean? You could have started doing you niggas just start get into politics or something. Once a nigga hug you on a yacht, nigga, you go somewhere else with it. You know what I mean? Get you a Netflix series or something. You know what I'm talking about? But don't start rapping again. Somebody from his team should have told him, nigga, don't start rapping again. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Like, that's not the right move. He should have just launched the OnlyFans or something, but it was over after that. It was over after that. You want to hit me with the nasal raps, Meek Mill, about how you drilling niggas and you got the switch? Nigga, I'm not buying it. You know what I'm talking about? The store is closed. Nigga, your shit is on a clearance sale. I'm not buying it. You know what I mean? Return to sender. Because they don't know how to pivot. I would have just bossed up on you niggas and been like, you know what? I would have got on my TI shit. I'm too rich to rap. I don't want to perform no more. I'm doing all white parties. You know what I'm saying? I'd have just been doing all white parties for you quarterly and type shit. You know what I mean? I'd have bossed up. You know what I mean? I'd have bossed up. But they want to still rap and whatnot. They want to still rap about the same old things. And y'all got billionaires, got you bunny hopping. You not gangster. Niggas in Philly is not buying that. You know what I'm talking about? It's over. So that was the beginning of the fall. This shit really started falling in 2020. Let's be clear. Hip hop. Remember, the artist was showing up with no makeup. How you a rapper? You couldn't get a shape up during the lockdown. That's what really had me looking at niggas like, you not about that life. Cause I was in the barbershop watching these niggas with no shape up. How is it I got a shape up and you don't? You niggas is gangster. You scared to come outside? You know what I'm talking about? You obeying the law, nigga? You was obeying the law. They told you to stay still and you stayed. I couldn't respect them after that. You know what I mean? I could not respect them. You know? Yo, Corey, I need you to relax, fam. For real, for real. You up in here acting, you know, you extra right now. I'm talking some real shit. And you over here bunny hopping. Relax. You know? Yeah, I was getting shape ups, niggas. You know, I was fresh as hell during the lockdown. Nothing was stopping that. You know what I mean? These niggas they didn't have no foundation on. They didn't have no lip gloss. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't have no lineups. You know how niggas got the lineup with the chalk on it these days? They didn't have none of that. They didn't have none of that. You know? And they was wearing the mask, and then they said, vax that ass up. It was over. The decline of what we knew as hip-hop, not what we know now. It's hard to even remember what that shit was hitting for before C19. But it started its rapid decline in 2020. D1 came in 2023, right? With the uppercut. He said, you could do better. You feel me? You could do better. Yeah, they didn't have no Beijing. DJ Khaled was looking like Saddam Hussein when they captured him. That nigga was looking like Saddam Hussein when they captured him. Mad grays. He's just looking disheveled and everything. Looking crazy. Ellen DeGenerate was degenerating with no adrenochrome. She was degenerating before Oprah. Fucking Oprah, a billionaire. You know what I'm talking about? Her wig game was highly suspect. Like, damn, Ma, you not even ordering the silky Hawaiian from Temu? You don't even have a Temu wig, Oprah? God damn it. It's looking bad for all of y'all. You know what I'm talking about? The nigga Jay-Z start growing his hair. Okay? Jay-Z started growing. He got John Wicks now. This nigga has wicks in his hair. He had a fade last time I saw him at the party where he was wearing mauve. This nigga grew out dreads during the lockdown. Okay? Shit was crazy. She didn't even have a Temu wig. How you don't even have a goddamn wig on, sis? She was wearing hats and shit, bucket hats during the lockdown. I'm like, damn. Y'all can't hire a hairdresser. Y'all that scary? So they just showed us how scary they was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas didn't even put on man units. You know what I mean? And I was like, is this your king? You know what I'm saying? Is this your king? You know? No man units, no hair hats. You know what I'm saying? None of that. They was just looking crazy in these streets. So I'm like, damn, these are the rappers? You know what I mean? They're supposed to be leading the fucking charge, but they weren't. I was looking, you know what I mean? I'm outside. I'm looking for a rapper to be outside. So I could be, Tory Lanez was inside. D Nice was inside. These are some scary niggas. I'm like, damn, it's just a cold. So that was the beginning. They done killed P&B Rock. They done killed Pop Smoke. They done killed Nipsey Hussle. They done killed Drakeo the Ruler. These is all in LA. What's wrong with you LA niggas, man? I wish I would. What the hell? Yeah, and then the verses started popping. You know? And then the verses started popping. And then the verses, think about it. The verses was like the battle of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? It was like the survival of the fittest, because a few artists that I have respect for after the verses, I was like, me no respect you no more. You can't even perform. We don't respect you. You feel me? So the verses started exposing niggas for having weak catalogs and whatnot, not being able to stand up for 20 against 20. You know what I mean? They didn't have 20 solid songs in their fucking catalog. You know what I mean? They was getting washed and whatnot. So I'm like, damn. Shit crazy. And it just started descending and descending and descending. And it's still falling. It's still falling. You know? It's still falling. Yeah, Gucci Mane and Jeezy, that was like the pinnacle of the verses. It was like the pinnacle of the fuckery. You know? And it brought me back to the early days in Atlanta. Because if you was in Atlanta during the Jeezy era, you know, we talking about, it was a short span. It's a short run. This is 2004. No, 2003, 4, and 5. Crazy. I don't know if you was in Atlanta around that time, but it was a crazy time to be in Atlanta. Yeah, the Dipset and the Locks. That was the pinnacle of the verses. That's when it hit its apex. It wasn't the same after that. Wait a minute. Stacey Abrams was at the Gucci Mane and Jeezy. Oh, they both lost in the election. Right. I'm about to say, did she bring these niggas out? Because, you know, Atlanta is not a real place. You know? But I was in Atlanta during the BMF era, what they call the Jeezy era. And I'm here to let you know, I was in fuck that. I was in Miami during the BMF era. I was living in Miami. I came to New York in 2005. I was living in Miami from 2003 to 5. I was working with Pitbull. You feel me? Before he became, you know, the big star that he is right now. And I got to witness, I lived on the beach. I was living on the beach. So I was always in the clubs. I was in all of them clubs. There was a club called Cheetah, I believe. That was the first time I seen BMF really do what they in the history books for doing. You know what I mean? Throwing these elaborate parties and whatnot. You feel me? They took over this club on Ocean. Is on Ocean and 5th. Who remember Cheetahs? Who remember Cheetahs and whatnot? And they also was at what's the name of that club on Washington? Is it Cameo? Started with a C. Yeah, Club Bed. Whoo, Club Bed was the shit. You know? Club Bed was the shiznit. And I got to see that shit firsthand, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in Magic City with BMF in the early days and whatnot. This was, you know, I seen the beginning of it, but I really seen when that shit blew out of proportion when they hit Miami, and all the way up until when the brother got locked up. And now, 20 years later, damn near, because I believe they got locked up in 2005. Yeah, Mansion, Club Mansion. That's what I'm talking about. Club Mansion was on like 14th or 15th and whatnot. That's what BMF had every Sunday. They was doing every Sundays and whatnot. But it was crazy out there. It was a movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a movie. And I wasn't, you know, I wasn't considered to be fully conscious bad around, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't no, you know, I was outside, but I wasn't with the bullshit though. But, you know, people from Atlanta that I came, people from New York who lived in Atlanta was running with them. So we was in the club witnessing all of this shit. And I would say that, you know, the brother coming home, There's a lot of controversy where people are like, oh, they out here celebrating when the drug dealers come home, but they didn't celebrate when Mutulu Shakur came home. I'm like, fam, you can't compare the two. Like, these niggas don't remember Mutulu Shakur? The fuck? Nigga? These niggas ain't revolutionaries. What are you talking about? So the argument about they not giving credit to the political prisoners and they're giving credit to Big Meech because it's Big Meech, nigga. Like, come on now. And I'm not speaking up. I'm not on the Big Meech bandwagon and none of that stupid shit. You feel me? But what I do know is that people do their time. And we got to give people the opportunity to pull themselves. Yeah, Rick Ross was Teflon. He was named Teflon. This is the era when Lil Wayne was going crazy. He had just moved out to Atlanta. He moved to Miami, I'm sorry, after Katrina. And they was riding, they was still wearing a little bit of the middle of the mall jewelry. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. You don't talk about, they wasn't evolved to that level yet. They wasn't the final boss. But Lil Wayne seen what these niggas was doing, and he leveled up. Baby too, he leveled up. The Rick Ross leveled up. The BMF wave cleaned it took niggas from the middle of the mall jewelry and leveled them up. That's a fact. That's a fact. Katrina was in 2005. Oh, it was. It definitely was. Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah. I remember when Lil Wayne was fucking with Trina. You know? He was fucking with Trina. Remember that? So that was that era and whatnot where, you know, they was out there in Miami and shit like that, you know, doing what they do. And the brother's home. He just came home. He's in a halfway house. Big Meech I'm talking about. And a lot of people are excited about that. You know, he gives hope to the streets. Okay? He gives hope to the streets. So it's understandable. Me personally, we don't have a relationship with the brother, but he did give us a drop. Because in 2011, a brother named Cavario from Dawn and Diva magazine, he was with me in Atlanta, and me and Cavario go back to like Four Corners journalism days and whatnot. He asked me to edit a phone call that Big Meech had made. He had like a phone call interview, and he knew that I was a good editor. And then he was like, yo, I need you to edit this phone call with me and Meech and whatnot. I'm gonna put it, this was before like social media was lit like that. And he was like, yeah, I need you to help out and edit this video, and then I'm gonna get you a drop. And I was like, shit, let's do it. So I edited the video, and then we got the drop from Big Meech, and then he put him on to KTL radio. That's when we were doing Blog Talk Radio. And he was like, yeah, that nigga know who y'all are. He be listening to your radio while he's, you know, behind the wall and whatnot. Cause we was getting a lot of people were coming back home from, you know, lockdown. And they was like, yo, we be listening to your show behind the wall. That shit is cutting edge. It's giving us hope, right? It's giving us hope. So you said, what hope do we give? He gives dope boy hope. He gives street hope. He gives street hope. I'm talking about people in the street, the 85ers, not the vegans, not the vegans, you know? He said, I'm out this clown conversation, not the vegans and whatnot. So you said, what we building? See, that's we talking about stories that's going on in the news, and you want to sit here and judge. You feel me? You don't have to be tortured and sit here and listen to us reminisce on things, you know, you have every right to go and go listen about the Anunnaki and all of that other shit on some other channels, and you know, go ahead, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. But what I do know is that it's gonna take people coming home, because right now they letting all of the killers home. They letting all of the 80s and the 90s legends home. Right? They're opening up the gates, and they're emptying out the penitentiary and whatnot. These are people coming home that are very influential, right? These are people who are coming home who have a lot of pull on the same type of people that we are out here attempting to wake up, right? These are people who, you know, and I'm not just talking about Meech. It's a whole slew of people coming home. Okay. There are people who came home. I'm not praising him. He talking about, oh, Big Meech kills his own people and we praising him. I'm telling you the story, my nigga. I'm not praising no. I don't praise no man on this show. You never see me get up here and praise no man. I'm just giving you the story about my experience. You understand? And to something that's dealing with my history and whatnot. So this is part of my history. This is a part of my storyline. That's all. You know, if you getting offended, then that's something personal. But here go the drop. There go the drop that they did.
Health, wealth, and knowledge itself. Big Meech, and you're listening to Know the Ledge Radio. Big shout out to the red pill and blue pill.
Hold on. Can y'all hear that?
Health, wealth, and knowledge itself. This is Big Meech, and you're listening to Know the Ledge Radio. Big shout out to the red pill and blue pill.
So, you know, we got the little drop from the brother and whatnot while he was behind the wall. And, you know, he's tapped into the movement. He been, you know what I mean? So it's like, you still think I'm gonna sit here and judge niggas is doing time? You know what I mean? I'm not. That's not what I do. It's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I do. You know, that beat was fire, right? Yeah, that beat was fire. You know, and I could sit up here and cap and be like, yeah. I'm just giving the real story. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here capping, trying to make myself bigger than I am and whatnot. Like I'm really locked in with the kingpins. I don't get no points for that. Niggas is locked in with me now. I'm not locked in with them like that. They locked in with us. So I'm just here to show you that even when people was behind the wall and whatnot, you know, the biggest, the biggest, you know, all of these street people, they looking for redemption. They looking for redemption. They're not just on some dumb shit. They saying that he told. I don't care. I hope I don't give a fuck about all of that. I'm not in the I'm not. If a nigga tell on some YSL Woody shit, look, the game that y'all knew and the game that y'all say that y'all respect and the game that all of that shit is dead. There's no more of that game. So the rules and all of that, those rules have been broken. You know what I mean? So I don't, you know, you're not gonna see me sitting up here like I'm boozy badass and talking about if a nigga tell and all that. Look, man. I look, you know, that's on people's spirits. They got to do what they got to do. You know, I'm not judging nobody. You know, I'm not judging nobody. You know, but if somebody is influential and they can influence people and they could come out with a good message, then I'm like, bravo, my nigga. You on the right path. Bravo. You feel me? Like how you got these people that are coming home and they Muslim now and whatnot. They became Muslim behind the wall, and now they want to preach Islam, and they want to preach staying on your deen, and they want to preach black businesses and everything. Everybody ain't a high level intellect such as myself. Everybody ain't scholars. Everybody's not quote unquote super duper deep. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody ain't super duper deep. It's all good. L, don't worry about it. It's all good, bro. You taking shit personal. Like people can't speak about and that's not a celebrity. That's a street nigga. Be clear about yourself. Just relax. You don't talk about, just relax, bro. You trying to make this shit. You must think you in church, my nigga. The fuck? You must have been a Christian last week and just got out of, you still in your angry phase, my nigga. You still in your angry. You just woke up. Is that what happened? You just woke up. You got woke off the Breakfast Club, didn't you? You just woke up. It's all good. You know what I mean? I was there. I was angry and shit. What you talking about, these niggas? I was on that shit too. And it's a moon. Niggas is mooned out. You a lunatic right now. I get it. The moon is outside. You know what I'm saying? It's all good though. You know what I mean? We're going to walk you through this shit. And we're going to hold your hand through this journey, bro. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to hold your hand through this journey. You don't got to fake kick it. You don't have to fake kick it. We here for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk on these shows, especially on Third Eye Thursday and Melanin Monday, like I'm in the barbershop with some intelligent people. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about war. We're going to talk about some other things. We're just going to get it all out. And then we also going to talk about the moon, my genius. So you know that you came here to get what you know what I mean? You're going to get what you came here for. I'm going to give you something to work with and whatnot. Because on this moon, tonight, you have the opportunity to put some shit on a piece of paper. You have the opportunity to go and do some heavy meditation. You have the opportunity to get your breathing in order. Tonight, bro, this is the fucking window. So, you know, let's ride out. You know what I mean? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So, yeah. Let's get into politics. You know what I'm saying? Let's shift a little bit into politics. Let's get into a little bit of politics. You know, I don't do a lot of the politics and the political talks and whatnot, but you know, I can't help it. You know, I can't help it because it's just, you know, we're on the wind down. We're on a wind down. So I want to talk about Kamala first, okay? Because it's a lot of noise out here. And sometimes we can't hear what's being said because there's so much noise, right? That we got to cut through the noise and get right to it. So wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? God damn it. I mean, man. Wouldn't you know, outside of all of the things that have been going on with this lady's campaign and all of the things that she has said and not said, the sister came out the other day. Can I say the sister? Is that good enough? I hope I don't offend nobody by calling her the sister. But the sister came out the other day and, you know, she made you know, she was talking her shit. She was like, look, man, I'm here for you niggas in so many ways. She basically reached out and said, yeah, I have an agenda for the black men because, of course, they're having problems with securing the black vote. I think her biggest one of her strongest, right? One of her strongest adversaries that would not allow her to be great in this cycle or in this quote unquote race is black men. And Candace Owen, we have been the biggest obstacle to the Democratic Party in this quote unquote political selection of 2024, meaning that we did not go for the motherfucking bait and switch. There was something about this goddamn race. We was like, it don't feel right. There's something fishy going on. There's something not right about this lady. And once again, you know, I have to use the disclaimer because there are women and men in the building. And we live in this day and time where they have been talking about gender wars. Came out of the mouth of Barack Obama. So I want to be a responsible journalist and let the women on this show know the brother Red is not being a misogynist. I'm not being a sexist. I love women. I know that women are qualified to hold the highest positions of power. Let's just be clear. I have to put that out there before I start to cook this woman. You know what I'm talking about? So that's not what it is, because there are some women haters out here who have a lot of vitriol in their heart, and they use any excuse to down women when they talk about them. That's not what you hear from me. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm talking about? I even purposely avoided having these conversations because I know some people hold this shit dear to their heart. But goddamn it, if we're gonna be friends, right? If we're gonna be cool with each other, then we gotta be able to talk to each other about anything. Facts. So she made, or her campaign released the agenda for black men. And then when I read that shit, I was like, it's so open-ended. Like it's so up for interpretation what I'm reading. You know what I mean? Like it's not being specific. It's not being specific. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't like she was talking directly to the bros. You feel me? Because you know what the bros need. And she wasn't necessarily speaking to the bros. Now, if they would have said reparations, then I would have been like, that's a bro talk. You know what I'm saying? That's the bro talk. If she would have said, you know what? I'm making, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just wasn't the bro talk. So she did say weed, but we all smoke weed. Some of my pink friends, you know, my pale associates, they smoke more weed than me. You know what I mean? She said sickle cell, but then I was like, that's because you just saw Supercell. I'm not stupid. You threw that sickle cell in there. That's because you saw Supercell. And to be honest with you, I promise you, I went to ChatGPT and I said, give me 5 agendas for niggas, black men, during the presidential campaign. And it came up with the same 5 things that she put out there. She got her thing from ChatGPT. That was AI. I promise you. We should reverse. We should run the whole article through AI, and they will tell you if AI wrote this shit. Because AI wrote that shit for her campaign. She didn't sit down with a study group. She didn't get this from sitting down with Charlemagne and fucking Plies and whatnot. No, she got that from Claude AI. She got that from ChatGPT. I'm talking about. So when I read it, I was like, it's not hitting. It's just not. It's, you know what I mean? It's not hitting like she's not hitting. Lo and behold, a report comes out today where they was like, Oh, nah.
All right, as we just mentioned, both Kamala Harris
That
and
shit
Donald
that
Trump
she
will
was
be
saying
holding events in the key battleground state of
about
Pennsylvania
black
today.
men
The race is tight
and
with
whatnot.
Harris leading in the state with just a
She wasn't
3-point
talking to
lead
y'all
in the latest New York
exclusively.
Times poll. Caroline
No, this is for every man. Let me read the article. With the 2024 presidential campaign soon coming to a close, Vice President Kamala Harris has sought to rally black male voters with proposals to boost their financial and career prospects. The Opportunity Agenda for Black Men, released on Monday, promises a future that Harris administration will provide 1 million loans that are fully forgivable to black entrepreneurs. This is the key, and others. For niggas that read, the speed readers out there, that's like you might have skipped over that. For others to start a business. Harris also proposes new education, training, and mentorship programs to help black men get good paying jobs, aka black jobs. In addition to legalizing marijuana, right, and offering assistance to black men for elderly care. At this point in life, I want shrooms to be legalized before marijuana. Where's the shroom legislation? Because that's what we really need. I mean, the weed is that shit is stepped on. It got quinine and shit like that. You can't trust the trees. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? Legalize the shroomingtons, because, you know, let's start there. You know? Okay. In addition to legalizing marijuana and offering assistance for black men for elderly care. Okay, I mean, we need that. Niggas is getting old and shit. But if all that sounds exclusive, if that all sounds exclusive to non-black Americans, the Harris campaign assures it is not. In statements to the Wall Street Journal, the campaign said Wednesday, that was yesterday, that Harris's proposal will be open to all Americans, regardless of their race or ethnicity. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a nothing burger. The fuck?
To this day,
they still doing dumb shit. Trying to pull the motherfucking wool over our eyes. God damn it, sis. You couldn't keep the facade up for 2 days, nigga. She was getting emails from Asians and Mexicans and shit. She was getting a lot of heat. And then she just backed up and was like, nah, that's for everybody. I don't want no everybody nothing. Everybody nothing is not good. You understand? Everybody is nothing. They giving niggas insulin taxes, bitch. I don't take needles. What the hell? So once again, that's why they say politics as usual. Politics as usual. They talk with a double tongue, a forked tongue, right? They speak out the side of their neck. Okay? She promised you nothing. She promised you nothing. If you don't know what you was reading, you thought that you just got some. You ain't getting nothing. Just cue in that fucking laugh right after that she has, that cackle. You know what I'm saying? The vice president is clear-eyed about how black men have long been denied the tools that would allow them to grow their wealth, get a good paying job, and support their loved ones. She is championing solutions that will benefit all Americans and will address these specific barriers to economic opportunity. If you don't sit your ass down with this bullshit, if you don't sit your ass down, how you gonna say the plan for Black Americans and then say it's for everybody. Huh? Nigga, what? So, once again, they have nothing for us besides a good looking, y'all. I appreciate that. A fucking pat on the back. You know what I mean? You get to twerk at the inauguration. You ain't getting nothing. If they really loved you, if they really cared about you, if they really considered you right, you would be where? You would have been at that motherfucking Meg Thee Stallion rally. You know what I'm saying? And she would have been addressing you. How you came to Atlanta, sis, the home of niggas that got motion. And you ain't said nothing to us. You brought out Quavo, nigga. Like, who the fuck is that? You brought Quavo out. And your shit been going downhill since then. Now, the latest polls are showing that she's getting bodied, right? They went ahead and they put the political shit on the betting thing, right? What's the name of that betting platform? The Vegas betting platform is online. It's like FanDuel. Betting odds for presidential election. She is getting her ass kicked. Okay? She's getting finished. And it's not me saying it, right? Because once again, I don't have no dog in this race. I'm going to cook regardless who the fuck is president. It don't matter to me, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to cook. I'm going to do me. I don't give a fuck if they elect the Tesla bot for president. It don't mean nothing to me. I'm going to still cook. But here we go. So here goes the election odds, right? Okay, it's Poly Market. Y'all know about that, right? Poly Market. I heard you could get coins off of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So instead of sitting around, what does this got to do with me, right? Nigga, get your coins up. You know what I mean? Put your money where your heart is. You know what I'm talking about? You're able to get bread off of this shit. You know what I mean? They're betting it. This is a, you know what I mean? This is FanDuel. So check it out. After that Fox interview where she clearly flopped, right? They gave him 20 minutes. She couldn't even get her shit off. You know? She couldn't even get her shit off. And yeah, she lost that. She looked crazy. So there they go. Battleground state. They got Trump up. He's not really up that much. There they go. They go to the Trump counties. Right? A 19,000 margin for Trump. He's going in. Here goes the electoral votes for everybody saying, it's electoral votes. Well, here you go. God damn it. Here you go. Donald Trump is red and Kamala is blue. What does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? You know? And the fact that she's getting beat by a convicted felon is showing you how unqualified sis is. She only had one job, my nigga. She only had one job. You know what I'm talking about? She only had one fucking job. They handed this shit to her in July. The baton was handed to her. They handed her the fucking baton. Her campaign, the media got immediately behind her. They got on the illest fucking campaign that I've ever seen in political history to put every goddamn machine behind her, all of the guns behind her, and she still dropped the ball. How, Sway? She still dropped the ball. Now, if she wins and motherfuckers start rioting, I'm staying in the house because I understand why they would do that. I would understand why motherfuckers would turn up, because this is not considered, she didn't win anybody's favor. Like she didn't prove that she was presidential in the short amount of time that they allowed her to prove it. I'm sorry. And then the vice president, dude, as far as I'm concerned, based off of the research that I heard and the shit that came across my table, I'm definitely not fucking with them. Because to me, he's a super weirdo. He's a PDF file. Okay? He just looks like it. And now when I read the report and all of the salacious details, I'm like, oh my goodness. When this story breaks, it's over. Tim. Yeah, Tim, you got some answering to do. And we're going to put Jaguar right on your ass, Tim, because she knows where the bodies are buried. She knows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she crashing out with the black scent. She don't be knowing what state she's in. She's like, wait, where am I? She sound like the Chat GPT with the patois. She sound like the GPT to be talking Jamaican. No, really. Tim is a PDF file. Let me see. All right, cool. Let me see the story. Let me go to my dude. Because y'all be thinking I'm capping. Let me go to my guy. Cancel. He got the receipts. You feel me? You didn't hear from me. My nigga canceled this. He got the receipts. We're going to go and listen to him because I'm messy like that. You know what I'm saying? We all messy tonight. Fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm just messy like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the rumor mill. Let's go see Ian. Okay. Ian looks very convincing, by the way.
Walls going hawk-twa on one of his students that's been floating around the internet the last couple of days. Well, there's been a bunch of debunking happening on that claim. And then today there was a serious twist in the story that just developed. So we're about to speed run the claims, the debunks, and then the twist. In the interest of not being a total tease, the twist looks like this. So I'll fill you in just a second.
Okay.
So the claims are a series of leaks being brought out by this Twitter account, allegedly in contact with an email account whistleblower who was 14 when Tim Walz did a lot of stuff when he was their teacher. Relationship developed over a couple of years there, all sorts of allegations. But conservative Twitter has been admirably restrained and thoughtful and cautious about any salacious claims. And everyone was just straight fact checking first. And they found a lot of problems and inconsistencies. Lots of accounts have been digging into this stuff. But this one did some great forensic analysis. And, you know, if they're telling the truth about their credentials, pretty solid credentials, knows more than most of us. Pointing out things like inconsistencies in email formatting. Comment in the last one, no comment in this one. People noticing all this weird, like inconsistent, like margin stuff going on there. There is a number of inconsistencies. And people basically are like, nah, these are fake. This doesn't check out. This is not real. And for now, probably safe to assume it's not real. But yesterday, I messaged this Black Patriot account that was breaking all these leaks to just be like, what's going on here, bro? What is this all about? Because, you know, like, if you've got a source, can I have it? And like Black Patriot, dude, his account got nuked. Like, people are discrediting him left and right. His credibility is fucking tanked. He's apparently in Twitter jail for 3 days right now, so he can't even post if he wanted to, allegedly. But he said, yeah, the whistleblower is down to talk to you on the phone. And today, I had a 40-minute phone call with what sounded an awful lot like a genuine whistleblower. This is the phone call. There was no weird, like, breaks in character. There was no weird, like, the vibe very, and like, you know, I can be fooled. I'm no ultimate judge of character. I'm not perfect. I'm also not like some professional journalist or anything. But my judgment of what I heard and what I asked and what was said to me, it sounded like it was a real story, and the details seemed to line up not only with what else had been said, but also with what I could corroborate about like where Tim Walz was at that time and what he was doing at that time, and who knows. And so basically, here's where we're at. Whistleblower is seeking a legal course of action. Not going to say more about that, but allegedly told me that they are not seeking any kind of payout, that they're seeking only reimbursement for court fees, and basically peace of mind to not have to see Tim Walz on screen in the White House for 4 years. And Whistleblower knows of several other people that experienced the same or similar types of abuse. Whistleblower says they have lots of proof. Allegedly, there is a cache of journals and like archive, like letters, like just documents from the time that help corroborate the story. And they're allegedly stashed where multiple of these people have access to them. And allegedly, they feel comfortable sending photos of some of those documents that won't give away their identity yet, but will at least help to corroborate the story, allegedly. Allegedly, there's also more actions being taken behind the scenes that I'm not going to talk about right now. All I'm going to say is that it could all be fake. There's no proof of anything yet, and you should treat it as such. Unconfirmed, uncorroborated internet claims. But there might be something there. And if there is, we want to help protect that individual. We want to help support the leak of that information. And we are doing steps behind the scenes to do that. There's already a somewhat decentralized network of powerful journalists and other protective actors in play, if this does pan out to be true. And if those photos and evidence and stuff starts to come out in the next couple days here, we'll let you all know. And if it's all a big lie and all a big hoax, that's cool too. We all learned something. Props to all of the the people that pumped the brakes and didn't just run away with a story that was unconfirmed. Props to like, we're learning things. We're learning how the decentralized media does the decentralized thing. And I might be nuking my platform by kind of going out on a limb here, but I mean, I'm not a pro. I'm just a dude that talked on the phone for 40 minutes with someone who I don't know, who sure sounded like they didn't have to be thinking from a script or, didn't sound memorized, had a very complex conversation, sounded like someone who was kind of nervous as fuck.
Yeah, I can still hear it.
Story. We'll see how it pans out. But if we're being honest, like, I think the story is kind of interesting because, like, no one's really that surprised. Like, look at the dude. Like, just look at him, right? Like, if you don't know the story about that DUI he got and where it was and how he later moved, when he moved to a different place it's like, oh boy, Timmy boy, you got skeletons in that closet. And I mean, a long history of lying about just about everything under the sun, and some mighty talented jazz hands up there. I mean, like, I'm just saying, bro. So anyways, I'm safe. What I know is already decentralized. I'm trying to help. If Homeboy is a real person, I'm trying to keep Whistleblower Boy as safe as they possibly can be. And we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. So the rumors of Tim Walz going hawk twa on one of his...
Okay, so that's called responsible journalism, right? We're being responsible. We're not running with the rumor mill, and we're not being salacious. However, like I said, it's a pot brewing on the stove. Now, that pot might bubble over and provide some good food for us, or, that pot might burn on the stove. It's basically up in the air. I'm talking about? So you never know. And at the end of the day, we'll know in the next few days if that story is the October surprise, because everybody is looking for the October surprise. You dig? People are looking for the October surprise. They know it's coming, and they're assuming that story is going to be the October surprise. When it comes to the October surprise, it will be more. I think it would be more. I don't think Trump has too many more surprises. They've raised I think they done dropped everything that they could drop on him. We don't know nothing about Kamala and Kamala. We don't know enough about her. She will be the October surprise. That will be something that will shake the fucking room. Either her or Big Tim. You know what I'm saying? So they are the ones who are in the crosshairs, if you were to ask me, not Trump at this point. Okay? Not Trump at this point. They're the ones who will be exposed. If there was an October surprise, it will be on the Democratic side. And like I said, because of her inconsistencies and because of the fact that she's been dropping the ball, she's losing the race. For all of the people rooting for her, tell her to pick her mans up, you know what I'm saying? And get to it. Okay, get to it. You know? You said Hillary Clinton mentioned October surprise. Willie Brown's old bop. What if one of them tapes leak? You dig? What if one of those tapes leak? So, that's one of those things. But my mentality about the whole thing is this, and I hope I don't infuriate any voters that are out there who are voting because your ancestors died for your right to vote. My thing is this: in this election cycle, me personally, I have a problem, a big problem, a problem that I can't look past when it comes to the fact that both of the candidates, you know what I mean, are basically lapdogs for somebody else. They're not the real power brokers. They're not the real power. They're placeholders. And because they made it so apparent, okay, what do you expect me to do? They're ran by, is it real? They don't run nothing. They don't make no decisions. They're not the ones in charge. So what do you think I'm going to do? I'm not down with that. I'm not going to be a part of that process. Voting is consent. I'm not giving consent to any wing of this vulture that's only going to get us in the world war. Not doing it. I'm not interested in that. Not interested in that. I'm upset and I'm perplexed by melanated people that they didn't stand up for what's really the biggest tragedy, the biggest travesty that's taking place around the globe right now. And that's these babies that are being murdered and these women and these elderly people that are getting 2,000 ton, 20 ton bombs dropped on them. Fuck all of that shit. Fuck everything. Just based off of that. Just based off of that. They'll never get my vote. They'll never get my commitment. They'll never get my acceptance. Never. Check these people out. Look at these devils. This is where our tax money is going. These are the people that's running shit. This is the conscience of America right now. These are imperialists with their fangs out at this point. They're not hiding anything. They done showed you their real face, and niggas are still smiling with them. They the ops to me. Check this out. So remember what I was saying, that the whole situation over there in Gaza is an open air arms trade show. Because who's in charge right now is the military complex industry. If you think that Joe Biden, Joe Geritol Biden, if you think that he's running shit, then you are out of your rabbit ass mind. If you think that he's the one calling the shots, if you think that he's the one delegating shit, if you think that he is sitting up in the Oval Office administering geopolitical affairs, well, God damn it. You need to stop smoking that shit. Okay? You need to put the pipe down, my nigga. Because you geeking and you tweaking. Okay? Who's running the show? The Joint Chief of Staff, nigga, the generals. Nigga, we're at war. This is wartime America. It's not peacetime America. They are at war with multiple entities through their allies. These are proxy wars. Okay, so everything you see going on in the Middle East, that's America. That's the USA with their pit bull. Okay, their attack dog doing the dirty work for them. So check this out. This is an arms trade show that they just had in Washington, D.C., where some brave American citizen was running down on these demons, okay, and exposing them. Check it out.
Excuse me, is this where the baby killing technology is? This is the baby killing technology. We're trying to acquire a couple baby shredders. This guy looks like he shreds babies. Sir, you shred babies or no? You're just a mean son of a gun. Drop down and give me 50, Johnson. Sir, we're looking for the baby shredding technology. Is this where they shred babies? Is it? He likes that one. Sir, do you know where the baby shredding technology is?
Look at the
We're looking for someone that
Smurfs.
shreds them to pieces. You have that? Does anybody have the baby shredding technology? We're looking for that good Israeli baby shredding tech. You know where to find it? This guy's a butch guy. Guys, the baby shredding tech, excuse me, you have the baby shredding technology? Man, baby shredding tech? We're looking for the good baby shredding technology. We're trying to shred baby.
I want you to look at these people's faces. I want you to look in their eyes, right? These are Israelis, okay? But they also have some of those old war hawks with them from America, okay? Look at these people. Look at who you did. These are the same people that will be in Africa very soon. And these are the same people who will be in the hood in Cop City.
Anybody have the baby shredding technology? We're looking for that good Israeli baby shredding tech. You know where to find it? This guy's a butch guy. Guys, the baby shredding tech, excuse me, you have the baby shredding technology? Man, baby shredding tech? We're looking for the good baby shredding technology. We're trying to...
And y'all out here playing and got the fucking nerve to ask me who I'm voting for. It's Thursday. Don't let me turn up. Y'all got the nerve to be on playtime when these people is literally on demon time. Okay? This is where billions of dollars are going. These are the people that are running shit right now. And people are playing fucking games in my face.
Shred babies to pieces. Anybody know where to point us? Excuse me, is this the baby shredding section? We're looking to shred babies. Is this where I can find baby shredding technology? I'm trying to find some baby shredding. Yeah, baby shredding. You guys have that? Maximum shredding. Guys, you know where I can find the baby shredding technology? I'm trying to shred some babies to little pieces. Is this the right place? Is this the correct place, sir? His sir ran away looking for help.
Now check this out, because I spoke on this before, and now I finally got a video to back up what I was teaching and whatnot. Check this out, because that was the show. That was the weapon show. That was a trade show where they were at, where they showcased their weapons. They showcased their weaponry, and they looking for buyers and whatnot. I was at trade shows, not that trade show, but I was at trade shows like that. If you ever been to Magic, if you ever been to Project and whatnot, those are trade shows. You're familiar with what that is. You walk around, you say, what is baby shredding technology? Let me show you right now. The drones, the bombs, the baby, they're shredding babies overseas right now. But check this out. So this is the story that corroborates the information that I was giving a few months ago about AI, right? Turning into a killing machine. Stop falling for the okie dokes, because people will be like, I didn't hear about that in the news and whatnot. The news, especially now, more so than ever, is state-run propaganda. Don't ever come to me and talk about, oh, what you saying, Red, I haven't read about it in the news. You're not going to hear about it in the news because you might not search that much. You might be listening to these. You don't understand. The news report shit a year later. They're giving you old news. So when people talk about Skynet, no, Skynet already has been launched. Skynet got launched October the 7th. Skynet, right? AI, killing machines, and all of that is at play as you sleep. It's all going down right now. It's not on the way. It's happening now. It's happening now. Yeah, them Hellfire missiles that shoot blades and whatnot. That was on a Joe Rogan show. You feel me? That's what's coming from these drones and whatnot. Okay? That's what they's coming. So the fact that Kamala and Trump is clapping cheeks, they bunny hopping for the Zionists, I'll never support any one of them ever. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Y'all could keep that shit. All of you niggas, y'all could go and clap cheeks and grab ankles with all of them. I'm never, ever. I'm clearing. That's how my conscience will stay clear. I ain't rocking with them. They the ops for life.
This publication 972 interviewed acting members of the military. The reason that AI was being used, basically, according to those Israeli sources, is that they wanted a tempo of attacks that was faster than could be humanly sustained.
Seen that black man, right? Huh. Somebody said white on white crime. Man, shut your silly ass up. They in Africa. There's niggas over there.
How does the AI decide who is killable? It will look at everything that can be scraped about you, from surveillance, from spying, from your social media profile, from who your phone is near when you're walking around, who you're meeting, and they'll give you a number. And if your number out of 100 is above a certain threshold, then you can be attacked and killed.
The Lavender artificial intelligence system has analyzed pretty much every single civilian, 2.3 million civilians inside Gaza. They nominated 30,000 people in the first few months of a war as likely to be Hamas operators or connected to Hamas, and therefore put them on a kill list. 30,000? And what it appears, according to this report, is that the human analyst has barely looked at these lists before authorizing them. I mean, this is macabre. We're effectively handing over life and death decisions to a machine.
So at the arms trade show, right? This is the technology that they're selling. Okay. This is the technology that they're selling to dictatorships This is the technology that they're selling to their quote unquote European nations. They want to maintain control. This is what they're selling to colonizers. This is what they're selling to imperialists. This is even what they're going to be selling to certain rebel groups, like the rebel groups in the Congo that Israel is backing up because they want to take control of the natural resources and whatnot. So they're in Africa backing certain groups, and Russia is in Africa backing other groups and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, they're selling it to Saudi Arabia and the UAE so they could take out the Houthis and people like that. They're selling it to certain dictatorships in Africa. They're selling it to all of their allies and whatnot. Now, everything that they're doing over there in Gaza is a dry run. It's a dry run. It's the same way that the urban warfare in the middle in Afghanistan and Iraq was a dry run for the urban warfare that they're planning in America. Because if you don't know, there's something called the war of the slums and whatnot. They have a perpetual war that's gonna last for 100 some odd years. Okay, it's called perpetual warfare, meaning that after 9/11 the war started and it never ended. Okay, it's projected to last about 100 years. So we're in what is known as a perpetual war. Okay, we are in what is known as a perpetual war, the war of the slums, urban warfare. So yeah, America is not upside down, and it's not, we couldn't even fathom the idea of Israel taking niggas out here. But let the dollar drop. Let the economy tank. Let this shit go into the same mode that it was in when 2020 was popping, and it seemed like Negroes was about to take over. They're coming in because they're starting with Cop City. Okay, so what is Cop City? Cop City is going to start in Atlanta, and is going to train all of the police forces. And who's going to be training them? The IDF. You guessed it, from Is It Real? And you know they bringing their toys with them.
Where are you attacked and killed? Well, there's another AI called Where's Daddy? According to this reporting in 972, again, based on what Israeli military officials told these journalists, it's easier to kill somebody when they're home than it is when they're out in the street. So this AI will monitor the location of your cell phone, your smartphone, and when it arrives at the location that's been determined to be your residence, then there will be a ping to the guy who can target your house and bring it down.
So just to be clear, let me reiterate what he just said. There's a program called Where's My Daddy? Right? Where's My Daddy? And I was telling people before, right? Because one day I'm in the lift, right? I'm in the lift of the Uber, right? I'm high as a kite. I'm having one of those situations where you be high as a kite and you look out the window and start thinking and shit. And I was thinking, I was like, damn, this motherfucker has this phone just tracked the fucking Uber. Cause I remember ordering the Uber on one side of the mall and then walking to the other side of the mall, and the Uber was able to find me through my phone, bro. I didn't call the driver and say I'm on the other side of the mall. This nigga pulled right up to my foot, bro. So I was like, God damn it, this shit is a tracking device. These niggas is tracking me. So the same way that you could open up Lyft or Uber or Uber Eats, my nigga, and you see the car driving down your block, is the same way that they tracking your phone if you were an op. If you're not an op, if you're a tax-paying citizen who just like to twerk on the weekends and whatnot, you have nothing to worry about. This conversation got nothing to do with you. Carry on. But if you outside like that, nigga, if you hopped off the porch and you got a target on you because you stand for something, nigga, you need to leave your cell phone alone. I know that shit is hard. That's like your third leg, pause. But you need to begin to detach from your tracking device, okay? Don't ever go on a fucking drill with your phone. Don't ever go somewhere important with your phone that you don't want to be tracked and whatnot. Don't bring your phone with you, because as you can see, That's how they land. They'll blow the whole building up and take everybody out. They'll take everybody out. As you can see, they have no remorse for your family members.
I guess whoever came up with this name, Where's Daddy, thought that many of them would be fathers. And that's why it's called Where's Daddy. When they reach their homes, Daddy's home, and then the entire house and everybody in it could be blown up.
You know, I know it's a late night. Don't let this shit get under your skin like that. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take it personal. I just have to always highlight, you know, the level of depravity that we have out here, while people is fake lying to you in your face and smiling in your face and have you thinking that this world is not as evil as it is. I'm here to let you know they are doing some real heinous shit all around the world, and got the nerve to got us looking at fucking Diddy and the baby oil and whatnot. Like, that's the heights of the crimes. That's why I say I don't want to listen to no European talking about P. Diddy if they not talking about is it real first, if they not talking about Harvey Weinstein, if they not talking about if they not talking about Vince McMahon with the same vitriol that they trying to put on goddamn P. Diddy and Jay-Z and the other rappers and whatnot. Why don't you niggas clean up your gazebo and your backyard? Leave us alone with this hip hop shit. We got Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, we got Professor Griff. We gonna clean this shit up. We got our fucking exposers over here, nigga. We got our journalists and our researchers. Where the fuck are y'all at on that side? Okay, we need y'all. We need some fucking heads on a stake on that side. We need to put some heads on a pike, my nigga. We need you to hang some of your own. It's a distraction. They are, quote unquote, bait and switching us with all of this fake ass. Use TMZ, Fox 5, Sean Hannity, the Grace, the lady Grace, whatever. I mean, they going in like this is the oh my god, P. Diddy. Oh, did you see Sean Combs? Nigga, shut the fuck, sit your ass down. Y'all not even saying nothing that we ain't even know. Shut the fuck. Talk about your shit. Leave us to our shit. We gonna deal with ours. We gonna deal with ours, nigga. The fuck. But they'll never tell you about what these people are doing outside, because at the end of the day, they all in it together. They all in it together. And you'll find out the hard way if you don't believe you. They all in it, I promise you. You dig? Yeah, the cell phones is tracking us, man. They ping, 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 ping. Here I'm talking about ping, 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 ping. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. The white dude at the dispensary. Yeah, that's their new bonding tax. I'm sure you sisters are at the bar getting hit on by these goddamn these Beckys and whatnot. Like, hey, were you at a Diddy party? That's their new come on line. That's the new pickup line for the Peckerwoods. Were you at a Diddy party? Fuck, if you don't get the hell out of here, you know what I mean? Go listen to some Sha Boozy, man. Get kick rocks, nigga. Fuck out of here. Shit. But yeah, man. We are at the 2-hour mark. Let me get a word from my sponsors real quick. Hold on. Let me get a word from my sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Saturday, October the 26th. For the record, introducing this lecture will be Unveiling the Veil, a masterclass on spiritual expansion. Okay, a masterclass on spiritual expansion. All right, and I'm gonna read the description because I don't want to leave anybody kind of scratching their heads like, what does that mean? Unveiling the Veil, a masterclass on spiritual expansion, is an immersive and interactive event focused on guiding participants through a journey of heightened spiritual awareness, offering tools to connect with higher dimensions and facilitating the removal of subconscious blocks. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people need help with that. The introduction to spiritual expansion, the veil concept. Discussion on the metaphorical and metaphysical veil that separates us from higher consciousness. This would include the history and significance of veils and spiritual traditions, understanding spiritual expansion, explanation of how one can expand their spiritual awareness by removing these layers of mental, emotional, and energetic barriers, the role of higher self, insight into the concept of connecting with the higher self and unlocking deeper layers of the subconscious. I mean, there's 7 other things, but I'm not going to read all of them. I'm going to drop the link right here, and you could go to the Eventbrite and you could read the description because it's pretty long. I will have the brother Q Reeves on the show this strong in. All right, I'm going to bring Q Reeves on the show this strong in so we could continue building and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Leading up to the 26th. But yeah, man, this is going to be powerful. I don't know if y'all familiar with the brother Q Reeves, but he does very good bills when it comes to spirituality, and he also does readings. He helps people with their past life regressions and whatnot. He's tapped in. He's gifted. All right, he's gifted. So you know, I want y'all to be able to benefit off of the energy that the brother has to give to us. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people hit me up on the inbox with a lot of questions about this journey that they're on, especially when it comes to the spiritual side. So we're going to bring, we're going to get you some relief. And then on Saturday in Atlanta, Professor Griff, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, the Weaponization of Hip Hop Part 5, that is Saturday 2 to 7 at the YG Urban Cafe. That's right there in the West End, 640 Evans Street. I look forward to seeing y'all in the building, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturn Day. Please pull up and show these brothers love. You already know this conversation is going to be heavy. Dr. Wesley Muhammad got the heavy science. He goes in. He's going to meticulously break this thing down. And then the legend, the one and only Professor Griff, he's going to come through and he's going to make it make sense. I highly encourage that you bring your children. Okay. The biggest victims in this whole thing, not you per se, the children, because they got to deal with this shit for the next 30 to 40 and they got to make sense of it right now. They don't have the opportunity to try to make sense of it as they grow up and go along and whatnot. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Oh yeah. And also before I leave, we have to, this is what a way to end it. What a way to close it out. Let's go over here and read about this moon and whatnot. Let's tap into this moon. Yes. Let's tap into this moon. All right. Yes. You could, whoo, man, talk about it. Tonight's the night. I'm about to unplug and get into some shit right here. About to get into my Baggington. Supermoon Aries 2024. That's right now. That's tonight. That's today. Starts tonight and it goes all the way for about 3 days. But the power, the most powerful time is tonight. October 24, full moon in Aries, also known as the Hunter's Moon, is set to be a significant astrological event occurring on the 17th. This lunar phase is not only a full moon, but also a supermoon, making it particularly potent. It's in Aries. The full moon in Aries bring forth dynamic and fiery qualities, encouraging new beginnings and courageous action, breaking free from stagnation, pursuing personal desires with enthusiasm, confronting obstacles and asserting one's will, transformation and renewal. This full moon holds the potential for deep transformation, serving as a reminder to the power of intention, an opportunity to align actions with authentic selves, a catalyst for releasing self-doubt and fear, a moment to embrace individuality and empowerment. Supermoon effects. As a supermoon, this lunar event occurs when the moon is at its closest point to Earth in its orbit, resulting in a brighter and fuller appearance in the sky, potentially stronger effects on emotions and experiences, increased visibility and impact. The full moon will reach its peak illumination on Thursday, October the 17th at 7:26 a.m. So it was beaming all day. It was affecting the whole day. You know what I'm talking about? The full moon interacts with several planetary positions. Mars in Cancer. There's a Jupiter retrograde in Taurus, Saturn in Capricorn, and Chiron retrograde in Aries. These interactions may lead to strong emotions, potential feelings of jealousy or power conflicts, opportunities for healing and reconciliation. All right. Zodiac sign impacts. The full moon in Aries will affect each zodiac sign differently. Okay. For the Aries, embrace a fresh chapter and break through limitations. Taurus, reflect on recent experiences for personal growth. Gemini, seek deeper connections and friendships. Cancer, pursue ambitions and consider new professional opportunities. Meanwhile, so the best meditation techniques, of course, y'all want to get on your meditation. You might want to take a spiritual bath and whatnot. You might want to go in a dark room. Focus on visualizing a flame within your solar plexus chakra, representing your inner fire and personal power. As you breathe deeply, imagine the flame growing stronger and brighter with each inhale, filling your entire being with courage and determination. Practice a walking meditation outdoors under the moonlight. Engage in gentle flowing moments like Tai Chi or Qigong. Dance freely to release stagnant energy and ignite your spirit. So that includes dancing to the Facts remix. You know what I'm saying? Putting on some slaps and whatnot. You feel me? You could get it in right now. Right now. You especially, L. Your ass better get underneath the moon and start howling and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking to you, L. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses, Moors and Moabites, it's been fun. You know what I mean? And we out. You know what I mean? We will reconnect with the family. We will reconnect with the family. Hopefully on Saturday Night Live, and on Sunday, Sacrilegious Sundays, inshallah. I'll have my fingers crossed and whatnot. And if you don't hear from me, then you could guarantee to hear from me Melanin Mondays. So with that being said, we're going to leave you with the Facts remix. You know what I'm saying? Turn off this spooky ass music. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And thank you everybody for your time tonight. This shit flew by. Like I looked up, I didn't even know we was 2 hours in. It felt like we was just getting started. You feel me? And that must really mean that we've been having fun. So time flies when you're having fun. With that being said, check out Mart 125. We have new drip. We got some new drip, master teacher drip. You know what I mean? We got the tote bags. We got the new drip. Check us out, fam. Check us out. We got that thing. We got it for you. And with that being said, peace, love, and light. All right. One.
Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Facts. to know the legend. My love, just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the fools are closed. The Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love. Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light.
To this day. To this day.
And blue, purple, light friends. Facts, you can get to know the legend. Sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the legend. My love, just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the fools are closed. The Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.